Thanks for joining. This is Movado, and I'm here with another Empyrion Galactic video. Today I'm going to do a little, maybe I say another episode or a follow-up to some of the previous videos that I've done. But first, before I get started, I do want to do a special dedication on this video. This video is dedicated to Taelyn, the developer at Empyrion Galactic. Recently, he and I had an interaction in which he was, to put it lightly, very rude and disrespectful, and his actions were inappropriate. So that's the reason I'm making this video. This is for him as a direct result of that interaction. I'm not going to go into the details of what was said during that interaction, but the only thing I will say is that if he does imply or directly accuse me of cursing or swearing at him, that is a complete lie. I believe he's tried to do that in the past, but if he does that and you see that, do me a favor, screenshot it, private message me, and I'll do another video that shows the entire length of our conversation and proves that yet again, Taelyn is a liar. But anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. The purpose of this video is to do a quick update on some of the previous videos. Like I said, some of the cheesy type videos. One of the previous ones that I did was where you could actually shove weapons through the foundation or through the blocks of a POI. It looks like they fixed, well, kind of fixed that, where weapons would literally poke through the wall, and you could, destroy generators or whatnot and cores inside. The other thing that I was able to figure out is that previously, when you'd put your cockpit up against the ceiling, you'd get out and you'd end up inside the block, which allows you to go inside the POI. That is no longer the case. That doesn't work either. However, it is not all fixed. There are absolutely still ways to cheese things if that's what you want to do. So first things first, let me just shove a turret on the top of this POI and show you one thing that still exists within this game. First of all, let me turn that turret off, because that is annoying to listen to shoot the base. Okay, what you can do, and again, I'm at sector command, but this is relevant anywhere. I just use this save because it was active. If you put your turret, oh, there we go. If you put your turret straight up against the ceiling like that, you can see it's kind of up against it right now, and axis it. You see how if you look straight down you can't see anything, but if you look up you see everything above you? That still works. See, I'm shooting inside this POI, so if I were to take my lasers, now I've noticed that some of the devices inside the POIs aren't really visible anymore. Like right up here that I'm looking, that's where some generators and cores are. But if you were to take out the shields, look up, you could just shoot that out just like this. It requires a little bit of an angle to get in there. Let me maybe go forward a little bit. Eventually if you sit in the right spot, you're gonna, yeah, like right here I bet you I could hit that core, or maybe I just inch forward a little bit further, axis it, and that would definitely be a core shot. Again, for whatever reason, some of them don't render in. I don't know if that's a setting on my computer, if that's a new setting within Empyrion, but that is phase one. That is one thing that you can do with turrets to still shoot inside POIs. Let me get out of the ship now. Make sure my God mode's off. Remove that turret. Now the second thing you can do, and this is a really interesting one, this requires a little bit of speed. So what you do is you take that same turret and you flip it, and you go up and you just push it up a little bit. So hit your page up button a couple times. You left click place it, get in the cockpit and go straight up. Now, let me do that again. Let me do that again here. So you can kind of see it may back off a little bit. So you go, and I went up a little bit too fast. So you put, all right, there we go. Did I place it? Oh, I didn't place it. Forgot to hit the left click button apparently. Okay, so we left click, and then we just go up. And you see how that turret is now inside the POI? The reason that works is I believe that there is a delay in how the game calculates collision. I don't believe it calculates collision instantly. In fact, I'm certain it doesn't. And this is going to allow you to still, with POIs, you can't do this with CVs. In the previous video, if you watched that, you saw I was jamming my artillery cannon through the nose of a CV. This isn't going to work because after a certain amount of time, it is going to recalculate the collision, and it's going to recognize, hey, you can't shove a turret through a wall. But in this case, if you do it very fast, you can still get that turret through a wall and get the same thing accomplished. So that still works. That's still an option. Let me get out. Let me get rid of that thing. Now, the last thing. How do you get the foundation blocks? Now, I showed that one time how you could easily do it. I'm going to show you yet another easy way on how you can get inside the foundation of a POI. So to do this, let me just get that on there. And look at that. Look at this. The same concept as the turret. I just slap it on top. I quickly jump up, and here I am. And there I am. I'm underneath the POI. I can run around. I can do whatever I want. I can shoot guys that are spawning if I want. And those that are familiar with Sector Command, you'll know where the quantum is if you want to go and snag that little guy, which is this little box over here. But again, like some of the other things, a lot of things aren't drawing from underneath. It's right here, but if you page up, it's right there. And look at that, you just got some charges that are in there. But probably want to link to a nearby controller to get that stuff out pretty quickly. So that's how you can do those. The other thing I've noticed, and this one doesn't work quite as well as some of the other ones, but you saw me slap the cockpit on top and then immediately spacebar up to get into it. And let me get back into that. Let me do this. No, I'm not going to be able to see how well I'm in. Okay. Either way, let me jump out of there, and you can see now it's like, hey, you can't do that. And now I can't get back inside of it. And see if you get out, it just pushes you down like that. The other thing I've noticed, and I haven't been able to consistently, actually just put me on top of that cockpit there. Let me try that again. The other thing that I've inconsistently been able to do is in those times where I've had a turret on top of the cockpit. Let me get in the lower one here if I can get in there. Sometimes when you exit the cockpit, it'll actually place you on... Oh, there it did it. Exactly like this. If you have something above the cockpit, it'll place you on top of it, and then sometimes it'll put you inside the blocks. So that was actually a good demonstration right there. Of course, I'm going to fall. But let me do that again. I'm going to go right up to this wall, go up, and there I am. I'm inside. I missed my jetpack there. Just make sure you're jetpacking when you do it. See, there you go, jetpacked right over, and now I'm inside the POI again, just by stacking a device on top. Sometimes it's turrets do it, sometimes it's other devices, but just by stacking something on top of the cockpit, it's not quite checking to see if it's shoving you inside of a block or not. And that's a way to kind of get around that, who knows, band-aid fix that they put in place to allow you to glitch inside of POIs. Well, that's what I've got for today. That's what I've noticed still works. Taelyn, again, this is all for you. Enjoy the show. If anybody else has any questions, please do let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to hit that like or unlike if this isn't your jam. Whatever, I don't care. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. And hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone. Thanks.